Alright. Hello, Wisdom, and how are we? How are we today? I thought, get on this wonderful app. You know that. Today is Tuesday, the 28th of June, 2022, the day I'm recording this show, pre-recorded on this beautiful audio app called Wisdom. Alright, the weather right now is 8 degrees Celsius, precipitation 1%, humidity 70%, wind 11 kilometers an hour. It's going to be a top of 17 degrees today and a low of 4 degrees Celsius. And sunny and partly cloudy in beautiful New South Wales, Sydney, Australia at the moment. You've probably been wondering, basically, there's been these stupid protests by Blockade Australia on this climate change policy, holding up traffic in Sydney Harbour on the Harbour Bridge. And these stupid idiots in this group are getting themselves arrested and locked up and even jail and risking a huge fine of $22,000 because all in the they want to protest climate change. Okay. Now, I've said this before, okay? There is a right way and a wrong way to protest, alright? People who basically making their lives in danger, okay, putting, people at risk is not the way to protest in this country, alright? I thought to myself, well, why would people want to do dumb shit like that? Alright? I mean, that's just ridiculous. Okay? That is just ridiculous to be doing shit like that. That is just not cool at all. Alright? To be putting yourself at risk and putting other people's lives at risk because you want to protest on climate change and you want to say, I'm right and you're wrong. Well, use common sense. You just don't do stupid shit like that, okay? And putting people in danger, okay? Now, I'd like anyone, if they're just stopping by or they just want to say hi on these sorts of issues about the right way and the wrong way to protest. Now, if you're a member of any of these climate change groups, look, I don't have an issue with that. What I do have an issue is if you are going around and putting people's lives in danger, is the issue I have with this. It's just not right for starters, okay? It's not cool at all. And you've got to look at it like this. You know, your safety comes first to protest. So if you're going to be stupid to go and you know, do stupid things and protest like that and put other people's lives at risk, I mean, well, shame on you. You're the one who's breaking the law in this situation, you know, because they want to protest climate change policy. They want to put people in danger. They want to hold up traffic. Like, literally yesterday, I was flicking through news.com.au and this stupid idiot decided just to park their car in the middle of the Harbour Bridge Road. Oh my god. I'm thinking, what on earth has happened here? You know, how do people get away with dumb things like that? Somebody tell me. How do people get away with dumb things? And that's what I don't get. You know, that's what I really do not get. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you're gonna be doing that shit, you know, shame on you for that. From putting people in harm's way and putting people's lives in danger. I mean, that is just not cool at all. From Blockade Australia, that is not cool. And this needs to stop now. They decided to have a protest up in the Blue Mountains, and the whole police force basically raided their place. Because why? You know, why do you want to do stupid stuff? So if anyone's going to decide to go and join these climate activist groups, okay, you know, and say, oh yeah, for climate change, oh, we're going to protest and we're right and you're wrong, and they're even willing to go to jail, and there's severe penalties for this. There's very severe penalties. For these climate activists, okay? And I mean, it really is stupidity at its worst. You know, it really is stupid. Just stupid. You know that. I feel that people go too far when there's protesting going on. Like I said before, there's the right way to protest and then there's the wrong way to protest. Whatever your political beliefs are, look, I don't have an issue with someone standing up for climate change, alright? I think, look, the more trees we can plant, the better life will be, the more oxygen we have. But don't go and put life at risk and people in danger with protesting. I mean, that's just shame. So whoever's influencing this Blockade Australia needs to stop. Because I'm fed up of a week-long protest from these idiots, okay? You know, and shame on you. If you're willing to risk your life getting criminal record, that's on you. Okay? That is on you. That's your mistake. Well, not mistake, that's your choice. And you can deal with the consequences. And that's what you will deal with, the consequences, okay? You want to, like, people should understand, you know, you got to use your head in these times, okay? Use your head, use your brain. What your brain was designed to do. Alright? Not doing dumb things like this and making life hard for, you know, people to commute to work, because there's people who probably couldn't even get to work that day. Alright? Because of this. And that's not fair. People have got jobs to go to. People's jobs, you know, got to put the food on the table. Alright? And this is what happens to them. Just idiots. They are idiots. You know? Idiots. And that's what it is. You know? It clearly goes to show that, you know, where is the world going to be in the next 5 or 10 years' time? I mean, that's another question I've got as well. Is where is the world going to end up in years to come? You see, I don't know who's influencing these protests, but look at this. There's nurses who are going on strike in Australia, okay? Now, they're going on strike because underpaid. They feel that the state government, Dominic Perrottet, should be paying our nurses more money. Alright? And here's a question for Dominic Perrottet. Alright? Is Dominic Perrottet a true liberal politician for this country? Is he a true liberal? Alright? I'm certainly questioning Dominic Perrottet's views. I know that he gave a $3,000 cash, refund or award to all our health workers who put their lives in danger every time they go and do that shift. Alright? But in this country, I think quite possibly what's going on in the healthcare system in the government hospitals is the nurses and doctors are underpaid. So they're striking. Ambulance drivers. I've even read cases of people have had to wait some 12 hours for an ambulance because of COVID-19 and this Omicron now. There's a, they're offering the fourth booster shot and they're telling people to get it. Yet how slow is the government in Australia? Especially Campbelltown Hospital to be upgraded was very slow. It was a disaster. Campbelltown Hospital. It's a horrible place to go with healthcare in this country. With Medicare, taxpayer-funded healthcare system, but yet it's slow. You're getting a shit service, and I'm sorry to say this. I just have to come out and say it. But I feel that the nurses have a right to protest to get more pay, and so they should. You know that. I mean, as I sit here, I'd like anyone to come on stage and talk with me about these issues as well. And please do introduce yourself. It'd be nice to have you on the Stephen Shields radio show, all the way in Sydney, Australia. Because I like to get other people's opinions on this as well. It would really be nice, and I could see we've got a guest waiting, so let's see.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, Wendy. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm actually walking right now in my neighborhood, so I might hit a dead spot, but it's funny. I'm going to actually talk. My next door neighbor, she's from South Africa, and her sister lives in Australia, and so and she's a nurse. So I will ask her about these things and how they're affecting her family, because I don't know about these things. I'm in South Florida right now, but I think nurses are the backbone of everything that's gotten us through all our healthcare problems, right? I kind of do. I think nurses they get it done. They really do.
No, they do. I mean, they're so short-staffed in Australia.
I think here too, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
Underpaid as well. I've been reading in the paper that people are waiting 12 hours for an ambulance in this country.
Really? I had no idea. I've never been to Australia.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, the pandemic, Wendy's put a lot of stress on the healthcare system. How is it in the US?
Same. My neighbor who is she's actually a home health care provider. She's a staffer, so she works from her house, and she's like, it's so hard. It's so hard. So, and we do a lot of things together, but we talk, and she's a person, that's what I love about her. Again, she is from South Africa, and she's a woman of few words. So, we just go bowling and swimming and stuff, and she's like, yeah, it is very hard for me to place people in jobs these days. But she places nurses in positions here, and it's tough. It's very tough. I think nurses are, and also my other neighbor across the street is a nurse, and these ladies helped me through the pandemic, and because they're very knowledgeable, and probably probably very underpaid, probably.
Yeah, it's a shame that they are underpaid
I think so.
for the work they do as well. And no, because it's interesting in Australia. Uh, we're supposed to be a rich country, and yet they're willing to strike,
Wow. Yeah. Well,
willing to go on
here,
strike.
right during the pandemic, and we know it's not quite over, but there was a moment that I've never tested positive for COVID because I kind
Hmm.
of laid low during the whole thing, and but I did have to go to the emergency room once,
Hmm.
and they ran a battery of tests, and the doctor, who I kind of looked at like, you're younger than my kids,
Mm.
but whatever. Um, and I said, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I don't know." I said, "Well, that's not quite the answer I wanted, but the nurses were great."
Hmm.
And while I was there, and they're like, I said, because I got myself there, and it was kind of like, but I need an answer. I'm here. Come on.
Hmm.
And I got a big bill afterwards, but there was no answer, so whatever. I don't know. But
So
yes, I think nurses.
so the doctor didn't know what was wrong with you.
No, no, she did not.
Oh God!
Nah,
Oh my God!
nah, she did not. And I was babysitting my neighbor's dog at the time, which was kind of weird because she was out of town,
Mm.
and I was calling my kids and going, "Guess what? Everything's getting dark around the periphery. you know,
Hmm.
I'm gonna get myself to the emergency room," and I did, and we and I left a lot of dog food and water out, and I got home quick, but nobody gave me an answer. And the doctor came in. She said, "Well, do you think?" When people insinuate that it's in your mind, I have a big issue with that, because I'm like, nah, not
Yeah.
so much. No, I'm here, and I don't pay big bills when I don't have to. So
So what?
yeah.
They still handed you a bill, and did you have to pay it, or did you?
Of course, yes, absolutely.
Oh
I
my
mean, I have
God!
really good insurance, but at the end of the day, I have to pay everything that my insurance doesn't pay, and I always apologize, and it's probably not the right thing to do, but I do, and I'm like, okay, I got to ask a lot of questions because I'm here right now. What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
What are the tests? Let me see what's going on, because I don't go willy nilly to the doctor. I'm not one of those people. And and when the doctor came in again, she was probably younger than my youngest daughter, which there's no reflection on doctors. I mean, I admire anybody who could do that kind of commitment. Said, "Well, we don't know. Probably nothing." And I'm like, "Yep, but I don't go to the doctor for no reason. I rarely go to the doctor, and I do talk to doctors like, you're providing a service for me. I'm your client, and my primary, she and I are the same age, and sometimes we kind of, we have a rub with each other. Like, I'm like, let's restart, meaning,
Mm.
oh, right, because she'll be like, I'm squeezing you in. I'm like, well, I'm paying for your time,
Mm.
and I'm like, you're providing a service for me, and I'm paying for your time. So let's
Hmm.
talk like a client, you know, uh, that kind of professional situation, and and that's how I approach things. And yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, healthcare's
Did you
weird, but
file
sorry.
did you file a complaint to the hospital after that?
No, because everybody did the best they could, and they made me feel
Ah.
better, and I went home. No, everybody did the best thing they could, and they ran the battery of tests. Nothing was wrong with me. Nothing showed up, but then I got a lot of fluids and stuff, which I hydrate all the time. I drink water constantly, but um, it was one of those things that it was just a fluke, and I don't know. I'm sure I probably had undiagnosed COVID. Who knows? It was a while back, but I didn't test positive for anything, and but yes, I did. I did pay the bill, but I do have insurance, and that's kind of beautiful.
And so, what do you do as a career, Wendy? What are you working on now?
Well, right now, my husband has lived in Dallas, Texas for a while, with his job, and so we had to maintain 2 households. So he was in Dallas, and I've been in Florida in our, family home. And right now we got grandkids, and we're merging our households, and I'm actually working on getting back into illustration and writing a children's book based on my adventures with my grandson.
That's so awesome. I've just published a new single that I've wrote, a new song,
Oh,
and
really?
I'm very happy. I'll message it to you now on Wisdom.
Okay, cool, very cool. Thank you.
So how's the illustration going? Are you still looking at making a living out of it, or
Well,
just as a
no,
passion project?
it's a passion project. Absolutely. I want to create a group, a series of books called The Naninator. That's my grandson calls me that, and it's going to be based on. Hi, how are you? Cute puppies. Hi, buddy. It's going to be based on my adventures with, my grandson as we play, and I'm going to illustrate it, but I'm going to attach it to a nonprofit. I'm not going to create a nonprofit because that's a little bit out of my range, but and I've got some really good advice via Wisdom app about some charities that gets books in the hands of kids who don't have books. So I'll do that. But I also have some really great ideas that will make me some money. So I'm going to do those as well. But my passion project is going to be children's books right now.
Have you thought about publishing on Medium?
I do know people on Medium. I
Because I'm
haven't.
on there now.
Again, okay, very cool. I'll follow you. I follow D Grant on there with his stories. Oh, I love them. So I'll definitely follow you there for
Because
sure.
I write articles about music, and recently published an article about the Beatles.
And I love the Beatles. I do love the Beatles.
Yeah.
I think we had this talk before. I listen to them every day. I do.
Good on you.
I do. I love
You
the
know,
Beatles.
but this is what the challenges is uh in Australia, and I suppose all across the world. Slowly the music industry's picking up again,
I think
but
so,
people
for
are just
sure.
so fed up with COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
I am,
and it's
yeah,
just
well,
you know yeah, go ahead. You there?
well, no, I was saying that I listen to the Beatles every day. I have a playlist, and because my daughter walked down the aisle to Here Comes the Sun, and then my son-in-law walked down the
Yeah,
aisle to Blackbird. Oh, I play those every day. I love it so much.
good on
I
you.
love the Beatles. Yeah. But I'm about to arrive at my destination right now, and I'm going to go to my friend's house, and we're going to feed some animals. We're going to feed the squirrels and stuff. We take pictures of them when they're eating. So,
Awesome.
alrighty.
So, not nice to have you on the show, Wendy. Take care.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I'll definitely check you out on Medium.
Awesome. Okay,
All
bye.
right. Have a great evening. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Alright, that was an awesome conversation there. It's nice to hear from Wendy. I think she was on the show about a couple of months ago. Alright, so I thought I will end it there. And Wendy, please come back on the podcast whenever you have time, or send me a message if you want to have a show on Wisdom, because this is awesome talking to you and it's nice to hear from you. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. Alright. please like, share, and subscribe to the Stephen Shields Radio Show and turn on notifications wherever you get your podcasts. New podcasts are available every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. I've got a new single that I've published called Memories of Battle. There'll be a music video coming out for that very soon. I wish you all the best, and bye for now.